Hey, good morning, third grade friends. Awesome. Let's get right into it. Here we go. So, you see my screen here, which is you're in the reading section. So, actually, let's back all the way up. Make sure you refresh your page here, friends. Remember to scroll down. So, you refresh it. That little circle hits up at the top. You refresh it so you know exactly what to do because I'm changing things all the time on our Google Classroom. So, you'll click on reading. You'll see you have lots of stuff here. Remember, yours looks a lot different than mine on your iPad. I'll show you basically what you'll see here. So, remember to read all of these instructions, friends. Remember, instructions aren't typically there when we're in class because I am telling you them face to face, so you know what to do. So now, what you're going to do is you're first going to watch this video, and then you're going to read the activity. You're going to see what to do. Do all activities before you hit turn in. If you accidentally hit turn in, then hit the unsubmit button. So if you turn it in, you can also bring it back to yourself by hitting that unsubmit. We have talked about that. Also, remember if something doesn't save, if something isn't saving, and you're like, oh, Mr. Hurd, I don't want to keep doing this. Make sure you screenshot it. Remember, you hit the home button. I have my an iPad right here actually. So remember to hit the home button here, this one here, and then also hit the power button in the corner at the same time you hit it. It creates a screenshot of what you're seeing. So that'll be great. So if you ever have a hard time saving something, screenshot it and then have your parents email it to me and it'll be perfect. We'll be good to go. So, um, first things first, Zoom group. Number one, Zoom with Mr. Harrod at 11 o'clock. Charlie, Xander, Chloe, Kaylee, Landon at 11 o'clock. Right now, it's right around 10:30. You'll be watching this. 11 o'clock, join me for a Zoom. We're going to talk some things, go through some things too. Zoom group number 3 is going to be working with me today at 11:30, right at the end of your reading time. So Cole, Jenna, Alex, Addie, and Stuart join me at 11:30. So then please follow this order in which to complete the activities. Make sure you follow this order exactly. So you're watching my video right now. That'll be in here too. Right now, there's only 4 things. There will be 5. My video will be in here. Number 2, it says watch and listen to the stories Julian tells. What you'll do is you'll have your book open. Remember, I shared you brought your book home. I'll show you. So this is your book. Make sure you have this book open with you so you can follow along with the video in on your iPad. So get out of here. Good. So make sure you have your book open. Remember, you're on page 284 and 285. Then click the link once you have your book open, ready to go. Gloria, who might be my best friend, read aloud. Remember, it's a story in Julian's Tales, and this is a little story that's inside of the book. So I'm going to stop that so you can't hear it too. So we're good. Make sure you listen to that all the way through. Remember, because we haven't read the story since last Wednesday. So make sure you're familiar with it so you don't do bad on that quiz that you're going to take next. Number 3, take Julian quiz. You know how to do that. Click on the tab. Click on your number. It's super important that you click on your number. Don't accidentally click someone else's. Sound good? Awesome. You'll do that. And then after you take the quiz, after you do a nice job, it'll give you a score. Remember, you can use your book on that quiz too. Use the book. Use the book with your quiz. It's not cheating if you use your book. Use your book. It's an open book test. It always is. Then, number 4, read and answer questions to solar power. Go to solar power. Remember, we read the story. We read the nonfiction text features book on, it's called All About Earth. I read that to you during lunchtime last week and the week before. Learned a lot about the Earth and the different characteristics of Earth. And this we didn't really talk about in our book. So I think it's really cool that we're going to read a little bit more about how we harness the sun's energy and how we use it on Earth for good. So answer question 1. Number 2, you got to write some stuff out. 3, 4, 5. You also got to write something out here too. Make sure you read the questions. Then you can do this now. Try this at the end too if you want to. It says find a solar powered calculator if you have one. Try to use it next to a bright window. Then try to use it in a dark room. What happens? See what happens and all those things. So that'd be fun. You don't have to do that last one if you don't want to. Then now try this. You don't have to, but please do 1 through 5. After you do 1 through 5 and you save it, make sure it saves. If it doesn't, remember to do that screenshot trick that we just talked about. And then last one, it says, listen to Mrs. Apsey's read aloud. She actually came up with her own book, made her own book with a friend of hers, with the help of a friend of hers. So she's going to do a read aloud every single day while we are remote. So you can listen to that and watch her video there. It's kind of like her Facebook read alouds that she did over our last remote days last year when you were in 2nd grade. your parents are friends with Mrs. Apsey on Facebook, you probably watched some of those. So yeah, but now she just made videos for them, which is pretty cool. So you can watch them anytime you want to. So that's number 5. After you're done with every single thing, make sure you hit the turn in button so I can see all of your work that you have done. So turn them in, do all that good stuff. Yeah, so where we're at in our schedule during this part of the video, what you're watching, we're in that reading section. So remember, we're on Tuesday. We're on Tuesday. You went to Spanish. You already met with me. Morning Zoom. You did some of your win stuff. And now we're on reading. So remember, group 1 is at 11 o'clock. Charlie, Xander, Chloe, Kaylee, Landon. Wherever you're at, you don't have to be done with all of your stuff. Group number 1. At that time, just come and meet with me. We're going to chit chat. We're going to do a couple of things, all that stuff. Same thing with group number 3. You should be more closer to being done with all of your stuff. But if you're not group number 3, that's okay. That is totally fine if you are not all the way done with your stuff by the time you get to me, because that reading practice part, we talked about that. That is time for you to finish up your reading stuff if you haven't finished it, or students who are not in Zoom session with Mr. Harrell will finish work from reading and then do Lexia for 20 minutes every day. Got to do your Lexia for 20 minutes. Then you can read it epic, or you can read a book from home or from your book bag that I gave you. It also says you can listen to Mrs. Apsey's read aloud whenever you have time throughout the day. So make sure you do that as well during this time, because you'll have some time to do that. So this is our section right here. Awesome. I believe that is all I have for you. So friends, enjoy this reading time. We will start a new story on Thursday. We'll wrap this one up. Have a good rest of your morning. Thanks for reading, friends. Remember, Zoom group 1, 11 o'clock. Charlie, Xander, Chloe, Kaylee, Landon. 11 o'clock, not 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And then 11:30, I want to see Cole, Jenna, Alex, Addie, and Stuart at 11:30. Hop on that Zoom link. Remember where to go with the Zoom link. Let me go back to where we were, classwork. Remember, this is in the Tuesday Zoom with Mr. Harrell link. You click on that. Boom. You'll click on the link that follows it. Anytime you Zoom with me, you're going to click that same link on Tuesday. Awesome. All right, friends. Enjoy your time. Remember, hop on Zoom if you have any questions or anything. Enjoy. See you later.